Very good afternoon to you, everyone, for another day that we have appeared again, once again in your presence. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. I really salute your courage for all that you are doing to keep pace with what's happening in the capital markets and the money markets, and particularly your attempt to grow your money. Thank you very much from wherever you are. Now we are live on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. So we want to be sure that all is going on well. So if you are in the YouTube group, do well to quickly let me know if the sound is now better. We are striving to make sure that we serve you better, and hopefully it gets better by the day. Thank you very much. You know how we do it. First of all, I want to introduce myself. In case you are just joining, I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations build wealth through the capital and money markets. It's my joy to be here with you and to help you through daily live market updates and, of course, analysis. And as usual, we are here every day, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Friday, except on weekends and public holidays. So join us and find a way to create a financial future for yourself that you will eventually end up being happy for. Thank you very much, everyone across board. Right, let's go ahead. Top of the day to you also, Maobi. Very good afternoon to you, Valentina. I see you. Destiny Osaze, thank you very much for the gifts there. You know how we do it, right from the word go. We go ahead, hitting the ground running, and by power tapping our screens if you are on TikTok, liking severally if you're on any other platform. From the beginning to the end, let's create some vibrations and attention on the screen, because when you give gifts, share share the live sessions, and of course also like what you are doing is you are prompting the algorithm on all those platforms you are watching from to draw the attention of those who need the information with it's now a thing of the past. And of course the live sessions too will now be made available onto us 5-10 minutes immediately after the live session is over. All right, so we go on to developing stories and news regarding the Nigerian exchange, and some market updates as well. Quickly, first on my radar is the Nigerian exchange. Capitalization continues to soar. Now the Nigerian exchange's market capitalization is sitting pretty at 83.8 trillion naira as at yesterday. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of July. We see how it goes. The market key market indicators continue to break new heights, with year-to-date return climbing to 28.6. Approximately 762.6 million units valued at 26 billion naira were transacted across 32,365 deals. Right? In terms of volume, Access Corporation led the activity chart, accounting for 13.34% of the total volume of all trades executed in the market, followed by Ella Leaks with 7.36%, UBA 6.26%, GTCO 4.25%, and of course WAPCO 3.96%, rounding out the top 5 volume trades. Okay, so WAPCO emerged as the most traded stock in the value terms, accounting for 14.46% of the total value of all trades consummated on the exchange. Top gainers included Dangote Sugar, 10% maximum. The initiates tip, go ahead, right? And then we go on to your comments right now without taking too much of your time, because a lot is going on in the market. We don't want to lose out. But again, in the international scene, US and Japan struck a trade deal, and it's looking like it will boost oil prices. And if that happens, yet again, we find a situation where those two oil stocks that some people got disappointed in with the ceasefire that happened after they bought, talking about HUSA and Indo, we expect some movements right there. Okay, so keep your eyes on oil stocks, and hopefully some of you who have patiently waited to see out the dip will eventually come out profitable. Hopefully Okomo Oil PLC wishes to notify the Nigerian exchange and the investing public that during its board of directors meeting held yesterday, Tuesday 22nd, the board reviewed and approved the unaudited financial statement for the period ended 30th June, talking about the 6-month result, and the approved 2025 quarter 2 unaudited financial statement will be made public on or before the 30th of this month, July 2025. Consequently, the closed period restricting all insiders of the company and their connected persons from dealing in the exchange or the shares of the company remains in place until the 24 hours after the release. All right, so on to your comments right now. Keep your comments coming in. Most of it must have scrolled past. Do not be discouraged, never mind. Just keep repeating those comments. If I have not picked them, they scroll past my eyes. I will eventually get there. All right? Okay. Was the Q2 of Academy Press good? I haven't seen Academy Press's Q2 yet. I actually waited and waited a long time refreshing NGX website into the evening yesterday. I didn't see anything to per share because they buy them in volumes. You can tell that they make a lot of money, even selling at ₦1 profit. So imagine jumping from 29 to 35. That's a lot. And then, of course, so what's happening is consolidation, profit taking, and all of that. First Holdco remains a very good long-term prospect. And if you are in it, make sure you are in it for the long term so you don't have to bother yourself too much. Claim, Mr. Chris says your fashion is beautiful and wealthy. Of course, we have to convey wealth. We have to, it's just that we're taking it easy actually. Otherwise, you know, the wealthy really do not flaunt their wealth. Really, absolutely, that's the case. That's why you don't see us standing on beside our mansions, taking photographs, standing by our cars and taking off. Because the system continues to scroll past and I may not be able to keep pace so much. All right, Smile for me says, what's happening to Aradel? Its share price is dropping. Never mind. Well, the Aradel you are talking about is gaining 10 naira this morning. Even though the bids are still more than the offer, there is still some very huge amount on offer, and until those offers dry up, you will not see Aradel continually climb. For us, we have decided to stay patient, having spotted a very good stock. And the longer it stays low, the better for us to keep accumulating. In fact, it will interest you to know that there are so many other people who are looking forward to Aradel remaining where it is so they can consolidate a bit more, right? Coach, Academy results just out. Please, 15 kobo dividend. Please analyze before the news spread. Okay, let me see what it's quarter 5. Financial statement for 2025 uploaded on July 23rd. All right, everybody stay patient. Let's see. Unfortunately, Academy Press is already on full bid, you know, and so we just wait and see what the report is. What do you think? Oh, something has pushed that comment back. What do you think about buying Seplat, sir? Tobita, Seplat, quite expensive. If you are interested in the quarterly dividend of Seplat, then it's okay. Otherwise, there may not be much capital gains left in that stock, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Academy Press seems to have recorded something crazy, if I may use that word. Goodness gracious. Now, listen to this. I'm going to just go through the group report because there's the company and the group report. Pay attention. Revenue from contract with customers. Academy Press recorded in 2024, 4.5 billion naira. 2025, slightly, very slightly higher, 4.586 billion naira. Now, if you look at the company, 2024's performance was even better than 2025's. But you know what? Profit before taxation, something awesome happened there. From 264 million naira profit in 2024, Academy Press produced a profit before taxation in 2025 of 1.1 billion. Compare 1.1 billion to 264 million in 2024. And because of that quantum leap in the profit before taxation, the taxation for 2025, so that's about that on Academy Press. Thank you very much. And we go on to your next comment. Good day, coach. I'm new to the stock market. Please, which stock is the best to buy today? I want to get started. Sixtus Amadi, I think you need more knowledge while you are in the community and getting more informed. I can tell you that you are in the right place, and hopefully you will enjoy great insights to make the most informed investment decision ever. All right? So what you can do is open your brokerage account if you have, and then your question about the best stock. There is no best stock in the capital market. There are only best stocks for your purpose. So you have an investment goal, the best stock that fits your investment goal, of course, you are very much welcome to the Nigerian market. It can only get better from here, all right? So keep paying attention to what we are doing, and I can be able to mention some stocks that will give you some upside potentials between now and maybe a year ahead. You have to stay patient. Ladies and gentlemen, attention is turning to MRS. I don't know what's happening with it. Are they looking forward to something great happening regarding their results? We will find out. So, talking about good stocks to buy, not necessarily best stock, because you have to be strict with that word best if you really mean what you are saying. And I can't do the best because I can't evaluate all the stocks in the market at the moment. But you can dive in to take positions in stocks like Fidelity Bank, to have some QTICs in your portfolio as well, depending on how much money you have. Currently, it's at 4 naira 9 kobo, up by 9 kobo over the 4 naira it closed last week. And then CWG is pulling back after jumping to about 18 naira. It's down to 17 right now from the 1750 closed yesterday, though the offers are less than the bids. Ladies and gentlemen, Dangote Sugar continues to fly. Having closed yesterday at 56 naira, up from the 50 naira it opened. Today, Dangote Sugar is at 59. I almost said this, that Dangote for any stockbroker of your choice, and then you open your account, get it funded, but most importantly, please get education, because it's important for you to know what you are doing in the market. According to Warren Buffett, he said risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. So you don't want to risk anything. It's your hard-earned money, and the best you can do is to make sure that you are investing wisely and growing your money. Just as you have every other business out there that is not necessarily a profitable business, you must understand that even in the capital markets, there are businesses, there are stocks that are not going to be doing as well as you expect. So that is why our eyes here are on the NGX website to always follow up with results as they get uploaded, and we make our investment decisions purely based on the fundamentals. Sometimes we may decide to take a few trades, short-term trades, to quickly grow some short-term funds. Leasing. C&I leasing is going to do something great. It needs time to continue to go back and forth. We've seen it rise from 4 naira, up to 7 naira now. It will eventually go out of the focus of the market and then suddenly start moving again. Currently, it's now consolidating at 7, and so it's looking like CNI may never drop below 7 in the near future, because we are expecting a fantastic result also regarding their second quarter and half-year report. Currently 7 naira 16 kobo. In fact, the bids are far more than the offers. 6 million bids versus 3.8 million offers, and that tells you holders of C&I leasing are done selling. Just a few orders waiting to sell. Of course, you have the liberty to do whatever you like with your money, because in the end, you are the CEO of your portfolio. All right? Okay, so that's the situation regarding Eternal Oil PLC. We are not sure what becomes of their half-year result. Some people have been selling. I noticed some massive selling going on Eternal because the price was going down. And currently there are still about 2.4 million offers against just 148,000 bids. So is it that some people are feeling that Eternal may not publish a very good result? I don't know. But sometimes these things happen and you are getting a signal. Sometimes the market has a mind of eight and under, right? So it's up to you. You want to stay the long haul, why not? You want to sell and take in profit to be safe against perhaps the unexpected, why not? Okay, so we make progress even further. Okay, I'm hearing I'm seeing some comments. Whoa. I'm sure that's in response to the performance of Academy Press. You have someone who you are already calling a prophet. So maybe I may just have started functioning in the office of a prophet even without knowing it, because you called me a prophet. Nobody told me anything. IDF, the Nigerian Infrastructure Debt Fund, is a closed-ended investment trust which provides investors with regular and stable income by making primarily debt investment in infrastructure projects located in Nigeria. Okay? So what they invested in funds, in projects, and they will continue to do that. It's a closed-ended fund, so it's not like a manufacturing system, all right? There it is, investment portfolio as at 31st of March, 2025. NIDF, 2% of the entire fund is invested in student accommodation. They have one site where they invested in student accommodation, and for that reason, whatever Ps, two sites have 4% of the fund. IPP is the acronym for Independent Power Plants. So NIDF is invested in two sites with 4% of the funds, and then broadband internet. NIDF is also invested in 3 sites with 1% of the fund in broadband internet. Then captive power plants, there are 11 sites with 6% of the fund deployed there. And lastly, NIDF is also invested in telecom towers. So they do not have to be MTN or Airtel to have telecom towers. They is also good. It's just that day I remember doing a comparison between Learn Africa and Academy Press and saw the huge difference. In any case, we are expecting Learn Africa. One thing you need to also understand, those companies that release their reports early, they show some level of discipline, diligence, and also they can be trusted. That's what I see. When companies do not delay too much in releasing their reports, it's marks of integrity. It tells you of the integrity of the leadership, and there's nothing to hide, and they are quick to release their reports. By the way, it doesn't mean that those who submit late are bad. Because of some regulatory reasons, you will not see bank reports coming out too quickly, because after they finish their in-house report, even if it's the unaudited report, they will have to 0.5 million shares have been traded. So everyone needs to stay patient. A lot of times that stock's kept on looking at everyone at 9 naira per share. Currently, what do we have? 13 naira 30 kobo as we speak. So TIP is a stock that you just need to patiently wait for. Whenever it pulls back and stabilizes somewhere, maybe it will now consolidate around 12 or 11. Wherever it consolidates and stays long enough there, then it could just be time to buy more. TIP is one stock you never stop buying because of the prospects, especially the very long-term prospects that that stock carries. Sydney Ebuka, good afternoon, coach. Best price to bid for Aradel, Dangote Cement, and Chams. Okay, let's see. Dangote Cement, 480 something naira. It is right